All right, here's my overview of the patch rundown. It's gonna be a very big patch. Gonna go ahead and like read a bunch of the stuff that's relevant in the patch coming up. Let me just get this out here so I can write on the screen when I need to. Does it work nowadays? It does. Oh, cool. All right, wait. Okay, yeah, this works. Cool. I'm not gonna need the audio here, so let's run through all the things that happen on the patch. So they're just adding a one new encounter. This doesn't do very much. Like it basically gives you like one salvager in a game. That's it. After the first 3, so after stage 4 carousel. Yeah. Draven less common, Lysandra less common, Teemo less common. Traits. Bilgewater. That's a pretty, like, this change to the price actually is pretty significant. It often is the difference between having enough serpents to buy a 2-star versus not buy a 2-star. So it's a pretty big deal. This also overall makes the comp weaker by a significant amount. Like, these stats were good on the TF for splash damage, and then the debuff duration being shorter is a pretty big deal as well. And dagger. I mean, the dagger was I actually haven't bought dagger in a while, not because it's bad, but mostly because you don't get the spot to like buy that many items on this. 3? Oh, it's the first 3. Oh, each. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, okay, then there's more items in the game and you can manipulate your items. You can slam a lot more aggressively. Yeah, this is like reasonable nerf to the item. It was very good on MF, and they're buffing MF in compensation. This is a very big stat nerf to 3. It makes you want to play 5 more because the jump is now much larger. Yeah. I mean, it's a huge nerf at 3. It's deserved too. It's like it shouldn't have the highest combat power. This is an insane buff. Any comps that can run 3-star Ionias is way stronger because of this one. They nerfed the magic damage a little bit, but they didn't nerf the health, so like any 3-stars will be like much stronger. I imagine like the comps will be very good next patch as a result of it. Like Yasuo is a lot better, and there's already like an Ahri comp going around that I think is a lot better as well. All right. Spirits is like a little stronger. That's kind of it. It's just a little bit stronger, get some more health. Jug 6-piece. I don't know that anyone has ever played this right now, but it's not very good. This helps a tiny bit. I don't expect to see Juggernaut comps. Nerf 50 damage makes it a little bit worse. They're trying to nerf. They basically try to nerf the T-Hex comp in as many ways as possible, and this is one of them. This is buffed a little bit. I don't think it does all that much, but you'll win a little bit more late game. Or like mid game especially, because you actually don't run that many Shadow Isles late game. Oops. New patch live? It's live in 2 days. I'm pretty sure this makes like Expeditionist bad because you don't have a good cash out to go for anymore. Because half the time you get this garbage, half the time you get the other garbage. So I don't really think you should be clicking Expeditionist very much because you don't have a great cash out. This is pretty good for just playing the game regularly, but now we're going to have to like integrate and see what comps you would play this in because you can't play for Brock. The Brock will not be there fast enough. Atacon, so like they buffed Noxus in a bunch of ways. I don't expect to see Noxus be really good next patch, but yeah, we'll see later. It could be good. I don't know. Like I have these numbers because I played so little Atacon. The numbers don't mean that much to me. Durability for Zon buffed. That's pretty good. Helps a little bit. 5-piece heal helps a tiny bit. Does this carries on? I don't think so. Noxus did get a bunch of the units buff, which will look. It helps a lot. Where's the next slide? Champions. This is a big deal. This is part of the reason why I think Diana is dead. You guarantee lose gold over the course of the game, and like the amount of gold kind of matters. So this hurts Tryndamere who runs Bard. This hurts Yasuo who runs Bard. This hurts Ishtar reroll which runs Bard. Yeah, I would say this like it hurts the Bard strategy overall. Like there's no other way to put it. You lose quite a bit of gold. For the spell damage going up, this matters a bit. Like putting items on Bard is going to be a little bit better. But Bard is already a pretty strong unit, so like maybe you just play it for the Bard. Like if you want AP carry, you can just play for Bard. But yeah, stage 3, stage 4, not super good. Graves, big nerf. He needs his health and he needs his AD. He will be noticeably worse in the next patch. Does it mean Bilge will be bad? Probably not. Bilge will still be all right. But he will not be as dominant in the early game. Buff Teemo 3. It's a pretty reasonable buff. Will Yordle reroll be good next patch? Probably not, but we'll see. Passive damage. Now, if I recall this correctly, I don't think this is his card damage. I'm pretty sure this is his auto attack damage. He has extra auto attack damage on hit. Yeah, these are not the cards. 40, 60, 90. Yeah. So this is like a pretty small buff. The most you'll notice this is in the early game. Because like late game hitting a single unit doesn't do much. Tryndamere, I think they shot Tryndamere in the head. Durability down, move speed down, damage down. This is a lot of his. This is his spell. This is what you get every attack during his spell. So he will be much weaker. I think he will not be playable unless you have an artifact for him, and not even Scythe. So you won't have a consistent artifact. You'll have to gamble on like hitting a mittens or something. To fix bugs. Did they say that was the reason? I mean, if it fixed bugs, it also decreases his downtime where he's not auto attacking. Like the easiest time to kill Tryndamere is when he's walking, and if he walks slower, that's probably bad. Oh, it says in the vid. All right, makes sense. But the effect is the nerf. Like there's no other way around it. He'll be weaker. Darius, significant buff. I could actually see Darius being reasonable champion after this. His first cast got buffed by 10 mana. A lot of times he would not even cast once, and then he has a larger heal. Like, there's a world where Darius is like very hard to kill next patch. We'll see. I'm curious. Draven is more like this, just front loads him more. Like he does more front loaded damage and less backloaded damage. Kabuko, this is like a they fixed a bug that was making him stronger, so they compensation buffed him because he's like kind of weak already. This is a very big LeBlanc buff. Like doing 10% more damage across the board again is very strong. I think it's more than 10%. So yeah. If the AP lines are good, you will really want a Scion. You will really want a Scion to unlock LeBlanc. LeBlanc has felt like a 2-cost the entire set. Jinx, maybe Jinx will be better. If the script is better, less buggy, a lot more damage, could see her being a lot better than she is. You need a very good frontline to make her work, though. Reasonable buff. It's like, what is this? This is like a 20% slam damage buff, which is pretty meaningful. AD Kai'Sa a little bit better. I think AD Kai'Sa will be quite good after the patch. Like I think like she already did reasonably into most things other than Diana. Like she was pretty bad into Diana on AD because she didn't have no single target. But these buffs are pretty meaningful. It's like 10% across the board almost. MF buffed almost little, yeah, 10% about across the board. She'll be better. And like her being stronger, like this is the compensation buff for Bilge and also for MF and other comps. So like I hope like I think MF will be a little bit more playable. She still relies on Bilge pretty heavily, but not that much. This shield is like an insane nerf to Diana. I would not expect Diana to be playable after these two changes. And they're like really hampering down on the AD. So Yeah, I'd be surprised if she's playable. Da, 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 da. What is it? Callista. This makes her better. It's better for sure. Attack speed and mana buffs, and she does a lot of spell damage. I could see Callista being more playable. I don't know if she will be playable, but she'll be more playable next patch for sure. Seraphine, crystal damage, spell, heal a little bit down. More damage on Seraphine helps her. She's gonna be a more divorced champion from Diana, so that's gonna be good. Is Zon Singed gonna be playable and back? Maybe. Might be. He's not a fighter anymore, so he doesn't get any. He doesn't get any built-in Omnivamp, which I believe fighters used. Wait, no, they don't get Omnivamp anyway. That was attack speed. He will cast less. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Singe is playable, but I would be surprised. Stun nerf. Yeah, this stun was really long. Bug fix. This is just a compensation nerf because the bug fix helps him. An explanation on Singed. I mean, they're nerfing a bunch of the other stuff in the in the game, and against AP Singed is pretty reasonably because it's not that easy to kill the Singe right away. Yeah, more mana for damage taken. Yeah, I could see that. Yunara taking a bit of a damage nerf and a larger reduction per enemy. Yeah, so she will be she won't be as strong. I think she'll still probably be playable. Kraken is also taking a big nerf that will come up. It's probably one of the most important nerfs of the patch. So like everything you see here, all the champs that don't use Kraken are getting better by a meaningful amount, and all the ones who do are getting worse. Acel buff, woohoo! Black Mist duration. I think this means that they do a little less damage. Let me just double check what the Black Mist actually does. It doesn't say. If an enemy is afflicted with Black Mist, it like it's an armor reduction passive. It's just not in the tooltip. I know it's an armor reduction passive, but how much? Do you know how much? I don't know. We'll see. 20 armor. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. In which case, yeah, it hurts. It hurts a little bit. 1 armor per second. Okay, makes sense. Spell. These are pretty big nerfs to Kindred. 1 per second. All right, cool. Thanks. Kindred will be worse. Senna will be worse. The relative winners are the other 5 costs. So like, if Kindred and Senna are worse, like that makes the build top end a little bit weaker as well. In comparison, your like volley top end, your Zillion, Annie, Azir top end, Mel top end all get better. In comparison, yeah. Like just like all these changes will lead to very, very big changes in the meta of what is good, and like I don't know what's gonna rise to the top. I just know that the top end will have something win the games, and we'll see what is actually win the games. This is a minor nerf to Baron Nashor. He has a little bit less spread damage. Double check what that one does. Where is this 50 number? Oh, damage. Is that the AP ratio? They nerfed the AP ratio on this or what? No, that can't be right. I don't know. He's a little bit weaker. That's it. Zig's pretty big buffs. And then they decided to bury T-Hex where they came from. Very bottom line. Let me see. Oh, 50% of 420. Oh. Oh, his damage. Okay, his damage went down like 10% actually. Never mind. That's a pretty big nerf actually to Baron. Baron will be noticeably weaker. Yeah. So they buried T-Hex. They brought back Ziggs. Not really Ziggs. I mean, we'll see. There are like some comps want Ziggs. Just we don't know which comps want Ziggs right now. They buffed all the emblems. They basically went from one. They went from one component of value up to like 5 or 6 components of value. Like this is like 3 components. This is 5 components now. So they're all like a little bit better. This helps if these help things that give you random emblems a lot more. So like spreading roots or trait tree are better now by like a meaningful amount, I'd say. Items and artifacts. Yeah, Kraken. Every Kraken user is losing 15% attack speed. This used to stack. This used to say 40%, by the way. Yeah. Aegis of Dawn and Dusk. They get buffed a little bit. Doesn't matter. Kappa Juice buffed a little bit. Doesn't matter. Darkened Scythe get nerfed. I don't know if this will still be good. We'll see later. Void Gauntlet. Yeah, Void Gauntlet's getting a slight buff. Doesn't really affect that much. Radiant items, these are the underperforming ones. They buffed the ones that were good a little bit, except for Radiant Kraken's Fury. That's all. Not much there. Axiom gone. This thing sucks. Always pick a corner. That's good, I think. Bano Bounty, they nerfed both of these just by a little bit because it was a little bit too easy to go 10 and win the game from good spots if you somehow had one. This is a nerf, but I'm pretty sure this is not a nerf until late game. This is a pretty big nerf to Birthday Reunion. It's like weaker. I think that you would like really want to have a 2-star 2 cost now in order to take it because it doesn't win you as much. Growth Mindset removed. Hexgate Trial removed. Soul Awakening nerfed a bit. This augment was very strong. Trials of Twilight. This makes it a lot better. If you have one Zin, I would be very happy to click this in the next patch. A lot of bugs. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a World Runes nerf. They nerfed it by 10 gold, I believe. Alright, what is left? Alright, that's all for the patch. So overall for the patch, the number of changes is not that big, but the noteworthy ones are what is it? It's like Bilge is slightly weaker. I really should have gotten my pen for this one. I have my writing tablet pen downstairs. But like Bilge is weaker. Trind is dead. Like Trind is dead, Diana is dead. I imagine like some of like the AP comps like Demacia gets stronger. I think like Invokers get stronger as well. Yorls get a tiny bit stronger. But all strategies related to Bard are worse. Like Bard strategies are worse for sure. TX is gone. T-Hex is dead for sure. And then like all Kraken comps are a little worse, which hurts Demacia and it hurts Yunara. So like it hurts both of them reasonably. Yeah, Dark and Scythe comps. There are no more Dark and Scythe comps. I think Dark and Scythe comps were kind of cool. I like that they existed briefly. Is 13? It's not 13 lost. It's 13 rounds. Ixtal. And I think that one is an insta click. But you try to make strongest board. That's all. You play the game with Ixtal and you try to make strongest board. That's all. And then like wild card, like Noxus is much stronger. Is Noxus good? I don't know. We'll see. Noxus might be good, and Noxus is super snowbally if it is good because you get 3 Noxus for free, and then it's not too. Once you get Draven, you get 5. So it's pretty easy to get 5 online, and it's allowed to run Bruiser, which is pretty good. And then like stacking Scion is actually pretty good as well. So is Lucian Skarner Kindred Comp dead? It's not dead. It's a bit weaker. Yeah, it's a bit weaker, but not dead. Shadow Isles helped a bit. I think the big winner is Void. Like Void not receiving any nerfs and having the AD version be buffed, pretty good. The Baron nerf is like it's actually a noticeable Baron nerf, but you should be significantly more stable getting there because everything else is worse now. Like I don't know much that has a favorable matchup into you anymore. I would imagine you outscale Yunara, and I imagine growth mindset disable. Yeah, you won't be able to go straight there. You won't have that bailout, which gave you some EV, but playing regular like honest Void seems pretty good. Yeah. Honest Void, maybe honest Shadow Isles, we'll have to see. Alright, that's the patch rundown. Any questions? I mean, yeah, you gotta play an honest game sometime. You gotta be, yeah, sometimes you gotta roll on 8. You gotta make a good board on 8. Are you holding Viegos on 8? Or are you holding Viegos? I don't know. Either the comp is good or it's not. Predictions? Like my predictions would be Void is S. Bilge is A. Noxus, I don't know. Noxus, I don't know. Shadow Isles, don't know. And then what else is there? Yasuo should also be A. I think Yasuo is like a big winner other than the Bard nerf. Like Slayers is a little better too, right? Like maybe like Slayers, I don't know, but it should be better. Maybe Darken Bow Slayers will be back. Noxus has got to be good at 7. There's some stuff that outcaps it. Like you gotta understand that Noxus is not very good now. Like what else is a question mark? Like Zon is a big question mark. Like these will be the things I'm investigating early. Early into the patch on Thursday, I'll be investigating these comps. But these are like where I expect these comps to be. Yunara is like probably B, I would guess. Not nearly as good as before. Is Draven still fast 9-able? Draven is still fast 9-able, but the cap, especially on the 1-stars, will be noticeably worse. What's the Lustre comp now? Don't know. Are they changing on PBE? Nope. There was no PBE this time around. So there is no PBE. Unlucky. Demacia Invoker S? Yeah. Demacia, I would comfortably give A, I think. Singed? Don't know. Scythe? Yeah, you didn't need Scythe to run it, and like, especially on Transcendence, it's actually much stronger. Yeah, there are some sledgehammers. Like, what's dead? T-Hex is dead. Diana is dead. And then Trind is dead if you don't have Artifact. I think with Artifact, it probably should still be okay. But these guys are dead. Like, fully dead, I think. LeBlanc to Mimel, I could see it. Is Soju winning cup? We'll see. He's a big Shadow Hour believer. Low-key, Warwick will be good now? Yeah, maybe. Warwick had a terrible Yunara matchup, and then also contested units. Garen will be a problem. We'll see.